welcome back. And kicking off Saturday afternoon, Chelsea will be looking to come back onto form. They've been having a poor time out in the Premier League. They travel to Southampton, a team in the relegation team.
Yes, Tony, Southampton in the relegation. You would not expect a team of that stature being down there fighting for their lives to stay in the Premier League. But this is the time everyone in Southampton must unite, and they have to make sure St. Mary's is red hot when the Blues visit, because having 28 points means they're deep into the relegation. And
almost 10 points behind safety.
Exactly, almost 10 points behind safety. That's safety, but they have some teams within that they're fighting with in that zone. And I think, looking at the way they played against Arsenal at the Emirates, this team really gave it a go. They took the lead, and at some point were 2-2 with Arsenal. They need to play with the same tempo tomorrow, Tony. That's only when they can get a result over Chelsea. Otherwise, Southampton might go down.
Of course, it's an interesting time to play Chelsea. They've won only one of their last 4 games where they score first. A very interesting statistic means that they lose their concentration in games. They won't be wanting to repeat that kind of thing. They did it last week. We saw against West Ham. West Ham picked them back and drew that game 1-1. But of course, Southampton is a team that has a lot of players that will be looking to the World Cup. Especially we have Fraser Foster in their goal, who will be looking to push for a place in that England goal, give himself a chance. But of course, we know it's a big ask from him. He will need all his players in front of him to try and help him. But this is a game that I think Chelsea, who are, by the way, I earmarked Mauricio Sarri, the Napoli coach, for next season, will follow that story. I think they'll win 2-1.
Yes, Tony, it will be a hard game for Southampton to me, but they need to get out of that relegation. And this is the time we say the teams around the relegation scrap start churning results. And I've gone for a 2-1, looking at Chelsea losing at home to Tottenham, then they drew with West Ham again at Stamford Bridge. Southampton should use this motivation, and they should be able to win this 2-1, Tony.
It will definitely be interesting. That game kicking off Saturday afternoon, early kickoff, very interesting game. And after that, in the evening, we'll have Liverpool, a team that has now gone into the semi-finals, of course, of the Champions League. They had a big round against Manchester City. They come into this with a record holder now, Mohamed Salah being the first player to get a Player of the Month award 3 times in the same season. This is a team that you don't want to meet, team, and I think they'll be able to beat Bournemouth 3-1 when the Bournemouth comes to Anfield.
Yes, Tony, I see one-way result here, and that will be a Liverpool win too. Just to say, Salah's been on form, and these awards come as no surprise. I think he's looking at winning now the last award, which is the PFA Player of the Season, which I think he should be able to get it. This fixture guarantees us goals, but I see a Liverpool win. I've gone for 3-0.
It's definitely be interesting there to see how, by the way, Klopp approaches this game. Salah has not been in the best condition. We saw him struggling a little bit in that second leg against Manchester City. He had a bit of a groin problem. We'll wait and see how he approaches that game. They've gone 18 games unbeaten at home. This should be another one of those very routine games. But on Sunday, we have more big 6 action. Newcastle, a team that's almost guaranteed safety now in 10th place, 38 points. They host Arsenal, who themselves find themselves in the 6th place. We say it's no man's land here on the show. Arsenal should be looking to win this one 2-0.
Yes, Tony, Arsenal wants to win this game, especially the team on top of them being Chelsea on 57 points. Arsenal has 54. If Arsenal win, they go level with Chelsea. I think that ceases from being no man's land, because any result after that will help Arsenal. But going to St. James, it has not been a very good hunting. Newcastle has not got more points over Arsenal. Arsenal, I think, has been the best team.
They've beaten them in 10 games last 10 games in the Premier League.
But I think it will be a hard game for Arsenal. That's why I've gone for a 1-1 draw this one.
It will be very interesting, of course. Like, as you know, Arsenal went through in the Europa League. They've been pitted against Atletico Madrid, with a lot of Arsenal fans coming out and saying that is probably the toughest test they face this season. We all know that Arsenal's only way to the Champions League next season will be through the Europa League. They must win that one. But of course, they have Aubameyang back in this one. He was captain, as we know, in the Europa League. They should be looking to win. Newcastle have not had the best of fortunes against Arsenal in the past couple of seasons, and this I don't think will be any different. But we have the second placed Manchester United hosting an almost gone West Brom team.
Yes, Tony, West Brom, if results don't go their way or on Saturday, then they'll find themselves relegated on Sunday should United beat them. But looking at United, Tony, we had spoken, I think, a few weeks back saying that the second spot is being threatened. But there's a way over the weeks they have consolidated that position. They've galvanized it so well, and looks like they will be able to finish. And they also have another incentive after beating Man City last week. They could be looking at winning more games such that you delay the Man City party. Yes, so I see a United win here, and I would like to say the team has tried to play better football. Still reservations on Mourinho, but this team has tried to come out of their shells in the recent weeks, Tony.
Of course, very interesting. Manchester United come into this game with not so big casualties apart from their reserve goalkeeper Sergio Romero, who is out there, but they'll be looking to get that 6th consecutive win in the Premier League. Of course, coming to the Old Trafford, West Brom without a coach now under only a caretaker manager, winless in their last 15 games. This looks like a bad time for West Brom to visit.
It's a very bad time, and Tony, they'll be the first team to go down. It's so unfortunate for West Brom. They had the stature of a Premier League team, but results went nowhere. I think this is when you start realizing, even if Tony Pulis was pragmatic, he kept them in the Premier League, but they tried to change their play style, and this is the result this team has got. I think it's disappointing for them.
It's a big problem for everyone at the Hawthorns there, and I think Manchester United will be able to win this one 2-1 team.
I've gone for 3-1. Lukaku will score. These are the teams Lukaku scores.
Because Lukaku likes playing against those teams. We've seen Sanchez and Pogba themselves coming back on very good form, and we'll have a lot of other games coming up on that weekend, of course, in the Premier League. Big games, don't miss those. We'll share with you all our comments, all our predictions on our Facebook page.